Welcome to Legally Invested with Francesca Witzberg. What we talk about on this show is intellectual property topics, and specifically, we talk about how intellectual property can be used by any size business, any individual, content creator, or talent to invest in themselves, build their businesses, and create the life of their dreams. So today's topic is the trademark backlog with the USPTO. If any of you have filed trademarks with me or with anyone else, and you haven't heard from your trademark lawyer or you haven't heard from me in a while, it's because the USPTO has been dealing with a massive backlog in applications. And I've been notifying people who are subscribing to my list. If you haven't already, you can click on the link below in the caption. It's francescawitzberg.com/subscribe. And I give periodic trademark updates. This is the major one. So the USPTO has a backlog. Now they have a backlog of around 500,000 unexamined application classes. So a usual backlog, to give you perspective, is about 150,000 classes according to the USPTO. This is something, and I want to talk about why that's important, why that's relevant to you, besides like thinking, I haven't heard from Francesca in a little bit, or I haven't heard from my trademark attorney. When you file your trademark application, you're preserving rights. You are telling the world and the government that I'm preserving my spot in line. But most of your rights really vest when you have a registration. So registration is really important. Not only that, but there's a few reasons why a registration is absolutely differentiated from an application. So a major one that I'm seeing is related to the huge platform that we all use and know and love, Amazon. Amazon requires having a registration in order to enforce rights. And if you sell on Amazon, or if you know Amazon sellers, this is something that people have been pushing for. So they created a program called IP Accelerator, which my law firm, Loza & Loza, is actually one of them. So full disclosure, but also too, it's something that every business needs to know about on lawyers, that there's a way to actually file to get brand registry early. So you can, if you file through an IP Accelerator program, you're going to get early access to brand registry. That's important for a lot of Amazon sellers. But if you're not an Amazon seller and you don't really care, why else is a registration important besides all of the rights that you get from having it? Customs, right? So if you want to enforce your registrations, you can record your registration with customs and you can enforce your marks with customs, but they will actually require a registration in order to do so. So I'm seeing this with a lot of clients that are getting have a lot of counterfeit issues. The holidays are coming up. They are concerned about stuff being imported, clearly. So, just like an example of a case we had was someone filed to register our client's name and they got the registration. It was a squatter. It was cheaper and more efficient for the client just to offer to buy that trademark trolls registration, so that we got the registration immediately. We were able to record with customs, and then they were able to start enforcing with the various platforms. Also, Facebook, Instagram, a lot of these platforms, when you do takedown notices, they want to see a registration number. It's not impossible. I've gotten things taken down with creative strategies, but really having a registration is very important for some of these platforms. So if you're filing, you're thinking about filing, I would say file early. This is where I don't recommend people trying to DIY it, because what's going to happen is if you do try to file yourself and you don't file the right way, or you don't do the proper clearance searches, you may not find out for months. And so what does that backlog look like? The USPTO used to say that it would take 3 months for an examiner to review the application. It's now, they updated it on their website, and the database, they say 6 months. But I'm really seeing 6 to 9 months. I would love to know what anyone else is seeing. I have a client that I filed her trademark in December. It's November 9th. I have yet to hear back. So I'm trying to ping the office and kind of push that along. But yeah, I think this is like the major topic I just wanted to address today. I think delays are really important, and they do hurt brands. At least you're preserving your spot in line with an application, but it's really important to have registrations for a variety of reasons, including the ones we just talked about. The good news is that the USPTO really is trying, and they said that the surge is lessening, but they still have a backlog, but they're getting there. I spoke with an examiner today who said it's been a really crazy year, but they're moving along. So if anyone has questions, please reach out. In the meantime, I usually do periodic updates. I have a once a month newsletter. You're not going to get a million emails from me because I hate emails. But once a month, I do put together a fun newsletter that has the major trademark updates. This is the one. This is the big one for now. Click and subscribe. It's at francescawitzberg.com/subscribe. But in any event, I hope everyone has an amazing rest of your day. Follow me on Instagram. I'm at the Trademark Attorney. That's where I'm most active. But I also try to go live at least once a day on the Legally Invested Show. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. It was good to see you all, even though I could see your comments and I appreciate it. And I see everyone on Instagram too. Please keep in touch, and I will catch you tomorrow.